Okay, we're back. This is Math 200. We're looking at chapter 9. This is 9.6. So we're looking at, wait, I wrote them down out of order here. This is the second part of the page. I left off the first part. Log base 7 of x plus log base 7 of 4. And log base z of 5 plus log base z of 8. And log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of 10 plus log base 2 of x plus 3. Okay, so let's recall. When I had x to the 7th times x to the 3rd, remember what we did when we were multiplying things with like bases? We added up the exponents. Remember that? And then remember when we had x to the 15th divided by x to the 4th, and then you'd say when you were dividing, you would subtract the exponents. Remember that? So keeping that in mind, logs are just a fancy way of writing exponents. So if I have log base 7 of x plus log base 7 of 4, I could write that as log base 7 of 4x. Or x times 4. When I multiplied like bases, I added exponents. If I'm adding up logs with the same base, I can multiply them. All right? All right. What about this? Log base z of 5 plus log base z of 8. That's going to just be log base z of 40. That's it. Done. Log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of 10 plus log base 2 of x plus 3. So look, that's going to be log base 2 of 10 times x plus 3. It's 10 times x plus 3. So that would be 10x squared plus 30x. And put that in parentheses so we know it's all log base 2. It's all under the same roof. So we just had to multiply everything out there. All right. So then when it's subtract, it's divide. Like when you were subtracting this, you were dividing. And so that's what this means. Log base 7 of x over 4. So adding logs means multiply in log land. Subtracting logs means divide in log land. So look, this one is log base z of 40 over 8, which we could reduce to log base z of 5. All right. This one is tricky because there's two divides. It's divide, divide. So again, let's look back at something less abstract than logs. What if I had 100 and then I said divided by 20 and then I said divided by 5? So you would do, right, 100 divided by 20 and got 5, and then you would do 5 divided by 5 and get 1. And if that's confusing, you're like, oh no, what if I did that first? Then you'd get the wrong answer. Then you'd get, if you went 20 divided by 5, you'd get 4, and then 100 divided by 4 is not 1. But this correct answer is 1. Look at what's going on. We have 100, that's times 1/20th, right? That's when you divide, you can multiply by the reciprocal. I can multiply by the reciprocal. So this is really 100 times 1 times 1 over 1 times 20 times 5. That's 100 over 100, which is 1, all right? So that's what's going on here. I'm going to have log base 4 of x over 10 and also x plus 3. The 10 and the x plus 3 are in the bottom, just like how this became 1/20th and that became 1/5. That's 1/10 and that's 1 over x plus 3. And so we can multiply that out and say it's log base 4 of x over 10x plus 30. And that should be in parentheses. All right. It's not easy. That's why it's in the notes. Okay, so let's look at some that aren't as bad as that. On page 22. So they want me to rewrite log base 7 of x to the negative 3. Oh, what about when we have a power on it? I got it. So remember when we had a power to a power, when we had x to the third raised to the fifth, and then we said, oh, a power to a power, that's multiply. That's 15. So when I have a power on a log base 7 of x to the negative 3, I can Price is Right that thing. Come on down. Negative 3 times log base 7 of x, which is all right. And so this one is a little trickier because it's log base 5 of x to the 1/3 power. Remember, the third root is really to the 1/3 power. So come on down. So 1/3 log base 5 of x. Done. All right. Okay, and then they said, hey, let's write these all as a single log, and let's write these all written out as long as we can. So let's do that. So they want us to put all of these under the same roof. So first, let's take that 2, pull it up there. Let's take that 3 and pull it up there. So we're going to write log base 5 of x squared plus log base 5 of 4 minus log base 5 of quantity x plus 5 cubed. Plus means multiply, so we can have one big log base 5. That's 4 times x squared on the top. Minus means divide. That's x plus 5 cubed on the bottom. And we'll put them all in one big happy parentheses. And there we are. We wrote it all as a single log. What about if I want to write it the longest way possible? In, I think they call it expanded form. Okay, so first we could write it out as log base b of x to the third plus log base b of z minus log base b of the square root of y. Only we're not done, because that 3 can come down just like how it was like that, where the numbers were out front. So we got to pull that 3 down. Log base b of z. And that's really to the 1/2 power, right? Y to the 1/2. So we can pull a 1/2 down. Oops, wait, I forgot the x. Don't forget the x. Don't forget Percy. All right. There we go. So log base b of x plus log base b of z minus 1/2 log base b of 3. 3 log base b of x. So that's how we get that x to the third. All right. So that is expanded form. Now they want us to do log base b of 16. But they told us, hey, you know what you know? You know that log base b of 2 is 0.43. And you know log base b of 3 is 0.68. And so they just want us to use these two given things to figure out what this is. So we're going to find the log without actually knowing the base. We can do that because, look, this is log base b of 2 to the 4th power. And that just means I can pull that 4 down front. 4 log base b of 2. And then that's just 4 times the 0.43. Because that's what they said log base b of 2 is 0.43. So 4 times 0.43 is 1.72. And we're done. Let's look at number 2. They got log base b of the 4th root of 3 halves. Ay, ay. All right, so we're going to say log base b of 3. Wait, let's do it this way. Let's pull the 1/4 out front. There we go. And then leave that 3 halves. So see what happened? It was 1/4 to the 1/4 power. I pulled it down in front. All right. So now I got that 1/4 in front. And then I got log base b of 3 minus log base b of 2. So all times 1/4 when we're done. Because that's times everything. It was on both of them. So it's on, we had to do parentheses on the 1/4. So we got 1/4 times, we know what that is. Log base b of 3 is 0.68 minus 0.43. And then that is 0.43 times 1/4. Which is 0.1075. That one is really tricky. All right. Next video will be 9 to 7.